Okay, well, last week I actually got a compliment from the next door neighbour before the fence was put up, the last day before the fence got put up. She gave me a compliment on the charcoal. She said, oh, they look really good with the charcoal, and then she suggested that the charcoal could also be used for succulents and things like that. So the rhubarb's coming along quite well, as you can see. Second one, well, it's still only got the one leaf on the second plant, but yeah. The other thing I've noticed though, between our various grades of formulation, is the whites on the picture plants here. You can see that. With the difference in the formulation, they're all the same clone. They're basically on the same. Those ones there are all from the same clone sort of thing, but you can see this one there with the 3 cal, it's a lot greener, whereas the other ones here are whiter, and they're actually, these ones are actually whiter than they normally were in peat and sand sort of thing. So there is a difference straight away there. The leucos, or the whiter things like leucos, appear to be whiter this way around, and they go greener as you change the formulation. Yeah, so because that's the 1 cal, that's the 2 cal, that's the 3 cal. Yeah, so yeah, interesting. And then of course we've got the Luftianas, which are struggling to push their way through the charcoal. These erect ones seem to be alright. Once they've got their way up through the charcoal, that's fine, they're off and running, but other things seem to be struggling a bit getting through the charcoal. Once they've got once you've got a bud that's gone through the charcoal, yes, it's alright, but it's pushing their way through. Like the one there's got a bit sort of gnarled on the tip there, and struggling its way through. Yeah, so not too impressed with the purpurines at the moment. They're just not pushing out the, especially that one over there, you know. And I tried to clear away one last night down there, and I broke the tip off a new bud coming. See, that one's starting to come away with a new picture. But this one here, I didn't know there was one coming up there, and I think I just clipped the end of the tip of it. And the flower was looking absolute crap in that one. So yeah, I'm not too impressed. And some of these cuttings over here are a bit, yeah. Doing small cuttings, I don't think small cuttings is a good idea. You've got to have a fair chunk of material, I think. A good handful of material, then you're fine. And all the erect ones are probably alright, but these other ones which are more decumbent to being prostrate is, yeah, they struggle to come through the charcoal. So it may be a case of having around that zone where they're coming out, is either keep it clear or put some of the finer charcoal there. Yeah, some of these like finer charcoal we use for the rhubarb that does keep it a bit wetter. Fine charcoal seems to be a lot wetter than the chunky stuff, even though it's the same material. Oh, and I haven't filled that one up properly. Anyway, I just made this as a short clip. I just thought I'd put that point out there for you, that the whites seem to be whiter, and because of that the reds seem to stand out a bit better. So and there are differences, but I'll be working on the this is just the basic run-up. So basically this is just growing with, as you've seen it set up, it's basically charcoal on the top and a formula and sand all down the bottom. So it is possible to grow them without peat, without coir. This is just the tip of the iceberg, the beginning of the CP revolution, I would say. Needs more work. I will be working up the formula between now and next year, and we'll have another good run. These will probably be able to be broken up again. So whites are whiter. There does seem to be differences in the formulation, and yeah, the look is, I don't know, they seem to be looking more, they seem to be looking wilder in the throat. I don't know. Can you see that? Do they look wilder in the throat to you, I can only see this in black and white because the screen's broken, but yeah, do they look wilder in the throat to you? I'm a bit disappointed with the Luftianas at the moment, but they always look their best in April when we're going from late summer into early autumn and the nights are getting colder, they really do seem to colour up. Most of the Sarracenias seem to colour up then, so maybe we'll see how they go through the summer, through the hot times of the third week of February, whether they'll get roasted by the black charcoal. It just gets so hot, I just can't keep the charcoal wet long enough on those really hot 46-degree days, and it'll burn the crowns or something like that, something stupid like that. But we are getting some new chunky, it's putting out some decent, starting to put out some decent pictures now. So, and this they have a 2 flushes. Most of these leucos and leuco hybrids usually have 2 flushes in the season, so we'll get another flush late February into March sort of thing, before the cool nights of April come along to sort of really darken them down sort of thing. I've got a nice photograph of these ones in about April of, oh no, about 2011, 2012 or something, in a bucket sort of thing. Looks really nice. May have to re-put that up online as a comparative photograph. But anyway, this clip's getting a bit long, but I just thought I'd mention all this and shove it up for you. It's getting rather interesting. Yeah, the CP revolution is definitely on the way. Don't know how long it's going to take to fully pan out, but this is the beginning. There you go, growing Sarracenia, and basically charcoal just as a rain splash on the top, bit of formula, basically barely an inch, I suppose, about an inch thick, I suppose. No, probably less than that, 3/4 of an inch thick formula, and the rest is just pure quartzite sand underneath. So no peat, no coir. It can be done, and it's the tip of the iceberg, and the CP revolution is underway and on the way. It just will take a bit more to actually flesh it out, put meat on the bones sort of thing, and fully spread it out to things like cephalosis and all that sort of stuff, and regia and all those things that have in the past been considered hard to grow. And you know, you're always chasing that size, you're always chasing that colour, always chasing that wild look sort of thing. They always grow better than the wild than they do in cultivation. Anyway, that's it. Over and out for now.